Alright, hello and welcome back to Digimon Cyber Sleuth. I've been working on my team a bit, managed to get a decent supply going. But I guess right now, as you can see, everyone's leveled up a bit. I've also worked on their equipment a little to try and get what I can. Let's see here. Field guide. Alright, we're gonna have to rearrange our team a bit now. Two are my most durable by hands down. Mega Galgamon is actually very close to his next level. I might bring him there if we need a bit more of a boost. I've also got Wisemon in case we need more percentage damage, but I think we have everything we need to win. I might be a bit concentrating, so apologies if I don't talk as much. Here we go. I'm gonna skip this since we saw it last time. Oh, I can't skip it. Oh, you came. He's still recharging. I think I'll take his power once he's charged. No, that's not it. The truth is, I've been waiting for you. Do you remember way back when? It's okay to laugh. I'm such a dork. I said I'd protect you all, but in reality, I was just scared. I was scared and I left him behind. And as we saw in the flashback, I still think he made the right move by ordering everyone to flee. If everyone stayed, they'd have just had the same fate happen to them. You tried to help Hugo, didn't you? Thank you on behalf of my best friend. But that was, I'm sorry, that was supposed to be my job. That's one I'm finally ready to do. That's why I've been eating all this energy, and I've gained so much power. And so... the butterfly wings represent how much he's changed. Do not interfere. Get out of my way. Forget my past. Let me do it all over again. Just do not look at my hideous form. I'm asking as a friend. Now give me your power. Sadly, it seems that Skull Sodomon's... Oh, good. We survived it. Excellent. That's wonderful. The thing about Skull Sodomon is, apparently his maximum level is actually 70. So this is as strong as he can get. I can't digivolve him back. That's going to take time I don't want to have to deal with. So we're going to have to do things as we can. Here we go. Oh crap, 1700 damage. Let me do the math here. That's around 1700 times 5. Alright, looks like he has about 8500 life. Oh boy, here we go. We're in for the long haul. We're doing it. We're actually surviving. But it's too early to celebrate. We need to bring out our A game if we want to live to see another sunrise. And I fully intend to see that sunrise. Best of luck. Thanks, Fox. We're going to... I think I've adequately prepared for this fight, so fingers crossed. I think stacking evasion to keep Skull Sodomon alive and using my most durable Digimon to act as tanks for item support is my way to go here. I'm not going to underestimate the power of what I can do with these buffs, so fingers crossed. And sorry if I go a little quiet, I'm focusing. Yeah, probably goes without saying, but any and all items are fair game here. Or whatever it takes to win will be on the table. Yep, it's still on hard mode. I managed to beat SMT Nocturne on hard mode. I refuse to let this game be the one that beats me. He starts maxing out his attack stat, and that's my main concern. Alright. I'm gonna start getting as much evasion boost as we can get. Fingers crossed, but I think I can get this. Ooh, I think that might have been what won us the fight. Let's hope so, anyway. Looks like this is our last rush. 66. Okay, yeah. Everyone just go all out. Hold nothing back. We absolutely have to defeat him this turn. Alright. Dynamon, finish him. We got him. Haha. There we go. Hardest fight in the game complete. It required a bit of cheesing, but I do not mind. Sounds like he's got a glitch in the system, and we know what we have to do. Cage, help him! Help me, didn't you? Arata, at this rate, you're going to... Why are you hesitating? Are you uncertain? Whether you can do it alone, whether really being here? Yeah, honestly, I think he's been taken over. Round 2, the Royal Knights and Demon Lords going challenge. Don't underestimate yourself or him. He'll hear you. How do I know? You two are friends, aren't you? Alright. Oh, for the moment I want to find a place I can save, so... It's not possible to save now. Oh, you dick. Alright. They're optional. Well, I'll worry about it later. What did you come here for? Do you need another look at my pathetic self? You're incredible, you know? Always able to do that thing straight away. But I'm not like that. I can't do anything. Worried about how it'll look. And it ends without me being able to help a friend. How pathetic is that? I'm such an idiot. I keep telling myself that since this world was digital, Yugo would be safe, since none of it was real. That's not the case, and I know better than anyone since I watched the whole thing happen. Curse Suedo for making us forget something that important. And look at me, putting the blame on someone else. I'm a disgrace. I still hold that I think Arata made the right decision back then. If he had stayed there and fought, he'd have just gotten the same fate. By escaping with us, he at least managed to save everyone else. Whatever the case, I shouldn't have forgotten. I was the one who decided to run and leave Yugo behind. Oh, shut up. Don't worry about me. I don't need your sermons or your pity either. What else could I have done? Was there some other way? There's no way a kid like me could rival the genius of Suedo. I wanted more power, even after dogging him. What else could I have done to save Yugo? I'm so pathetic. How could I face you all? I can't go back. You don't give up easily. Don't worry about me. A bit extreme, but perhaps the necessary action required. And I'll worry about the bonus bosses a bit later. Why did you bring me back? I could have stayed the way I was. You idiot. Give it a rest. End up with fisticuffs. Well, I suppose our character has been lacking in doing some of the dirty work ourselves. I guess it was overdue. Bring someone back to normal. You had no right. What was that? I don't get you. Come on, say something. I can't. I'm a silent protagonist. Welcome home. Wait, what? In real life, don't do that. I would hope not. Oh no. Cage! That's... Oh, that's right. Yeah. Can't forget our body is... We're still technically just a hard light digital body. Our actual physical body's in the hospital since we were separated from it. There's nothing wrong. My body's... Look out! Were we too late?
Hey!
Hey, sorry I'm late. It's Akino, everyone's favorite star. Could it be? I might be running a teeny bit late. Guess I messed up. Hurry, Nokia. Roger that, Omnimon. Hey, folks, you ready? Yeah, awesome. What do we need? Let's go. Everyone's accessing at the same point? Are they gonna do what they did in the movie to slow him down? Major success! Keep going! Suck the energy until he's dry! You did it, Nokia. You could have a present. I want a present. But you could have contacted us for orders. There wasn't anything you need to carry directly, was there? You'd contact us when you were ready. We could have timed this better. Oh, but the strategy meeting... What gives the silent treatment? Could you ask us to come? Not that I remember. Yelled it out and then kind of darted off. Oh, I see how things went. Was like this, so like we hit you. Nokia, let's just apologize here. Sorry if I've darted off like that. I knew it. You're all idiots or jerks. How can you all talk like that at a time like this? It's no good. I can't. Oh, my stomach. He's broken. Oh, shut up. This is all your fault. I think I blew into biscuits. Alright, if I just trusted you all from the start, trust you jerks. What's this? I'm losing my power. How do the likes of humans ruin Crusadermons? No. My plan! How's this possible? Leopardmon, your scheme has been foiled. What are you? My name is Alphamon. Alphamon? What? The legendary 13th Royal Knight. You actually do exist. Why show yourself now? And why is my enemy? I exist to control the Royal Knights. My purpose is to keep them from running amok. Amok, you say? It's the will of King Drazil to destroy the human world to protect the digital one. Indeed, but I was also sent here by King Drazil's will. Don't be absurd. There's no way the will of King Drazil would block my path. Here's chosen to make the right choice. To save our world, we have to destroy this one. Humanity's immature and foolish misdeeds are what caused the Eater to bring our world to the brink. Look at them. Their foolishness will lead to their own destruction as well. And that's not your choice to make. Foolishness is but one part of humanity. I don't see their capacity for growth. Let's therefore trust them. You know this pointless banner. Both of us claim the will of King Drazil. Our conflict will also be the will of King Drazil. In other words, the winner represents the true will. You're the fool for making the wrong choice. How sad I must be with my fallen comrades in arms, only to bid you a final farewell at the same time. Dare steal some of my power? Probably not. I am never admired the most powerful of all knights. Are you ready, my dear Watson? Let's go, it is time to get to work. He is data type, correct? Destabilizing stance. Character reversal, oh my. Bug. Alright, well, we're gonna have to bring out some viruses for this. I only need 1% damage dealer. This should be fine. Volcanopalm. Nail bone. Let's see here. How much health do you have, my friend? 900 times 5. So he has about 4,500 health if my napkin math is correct. Character reversal. Bug. Let's see here, he's light type, but I don't have dark, so 1,000 Fists it is. But ooh, but I do have a dark type virus. How convenient for me. Dark Roar should hit 3 times effectiveness. Suspicion. Character reversal. Reversal of effectiveness should not matter for percentage-based attacks. Nail bone. Mental charge field. Assault stance. Int up. You know what, let's get Sakuyamon out here just so she can remove those buffs. I don't like the looks of them. Dark Roar for its 3 times effectiveness should be sufficient. Extinction Wave. Not nearly as bad as I thought, honestly. I guess after the last fight, they decided an easier one would be perfectly valid. Blade of the Dragon King. Alright, now, first of all, Amethyst Mandala, remove that buff. And I need to use a spray here, so let's be safe. Grand Rock. Of course it goes out again. Okay. Extinction Wave. Not nearly as threatening now, is it? Thousand Fists. Critical. Not bad. Guard Stance. I don't really like that, so let's get rid of it, shall we? He's barely taking any damage, but I don't really care. I believe this Dark Roar should finish him. We got him. Yeah, I guess after Eater Adam, they decided, let's have an easier boss fight. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We beat him. I might be defeated, that unrivaled justice could falter here. That's it. Destruction must be King Brazil's will. Now that my end is here, I finally see the light. May the will of King Brazil destroy the human digital world alike. There's no greater proof than my perishing here. Worlds far and wide to be destroyed. Vanish like me, leave no trace. There are no more royal knights to oppose you. Now, we just need to find a way to handle the massive eaters who have come from the digital world. Well, we could take them down one by one. But hey, there's a legendary. Maybe we can use legendary knights to do stuff. No, that would take too much time. Use a legendary royal knight to use a legendary royal knight stuff to defeat them all. No, that would take too much time. In that case, our only option is ask you-know-who for help. That is right. Suedo. I guess it makes sense to be watching us this whole time. My, I see that everyone's here. Arata, you've given up on evolution? I trust these people. I ain't buying their crap anymore. I see. Well, that's fine, I suppose. But since you're here, I'm assuming that means you have a way, correct? Excellent, Arata. A brilliant deduction. Let me get right down to the explanation. To end this disastrous situation, all we can do is send the Eaters of Tokyo back to the digital world. If we release the digital wave that pulled on the digital line, the dimensional door will open. That will track the Eaters, and they will go. Happily, the digital line is already primed thanks to the energy you took from Leopardmon. The plan can be executed anytime you wish. That's absurd. You further doom my own world. Yeah, can't let that happen. Of course, I won't let that happen. That would just mean the end of our evolution. Do you know that Eaters have what we call the main units? Oh yeah, like the Eaters main. Oh yeah, like I think I compared them to the Borg a while ago. Since we now know the Eaters have a hive mind, that means they have to have a primary unit, like the Borg Queens or whatever, because without that, they'd be a lot harder to take out. So it's a lot easier to just have one lead unit that we can take that out and easy victory declared. Yes, the Mother Eater itself. Eliminate that and all the others and be wiped out in turn. Where's the Mother Eater? In the digital world. Kindrazo's core. Kindrazo, a host computer that can be called the creator of your world, has been worn away by the Mother Eater. He's lost most functionality. This may be the reason why your royal knights have broken ranks like that. Wait, you know where the Mother Eater is. We should go to Kindrazo and move it. Why do we just send the Eaters back? Unfortunately, you'll never be able to get close by charging in blindly. A wide-scale loss of functionality includes Kindrazo's security system. To get unable to discern whether anyone approaches his friend or foe. I surmise the instant we enter, you'll be dealt with as bugs. However, seeing as the Eaters are all part of the Mother Eater, they are a different story. We can send the Eaters that have incorporated a program of my device back to the Mother Eater. We can trap them to Kindrazo and temporarily take control. And then we eliminate the Mother Eater. I think I follow you. There's no other way to remove the Eater threat from both worlds. Oh boy, who's here? So this is our only choice, right? And of course, we still don't know if we can fully trust Suedo here. But it would appear so. Now, to put this plan to action, there's a request I need to make of the Royal Knights. Opening the dimensional door is a simple matter. However, I'm dubious as to whether or not the digital wave has accumulated enough energy to actually keep the door open. That's why after the Eaters are the digital world, until the Mother Eater is eliminated, I need you to hold the door open from the inside. Leave that part to us. Agumon and the others. Well, isn't this heartening? It has opened the door to a new age, a new world. Speaking of which, let's make some practical adjustments to the digital line. Master Arata, Miss Yuko, would you help me? Oh, and let's not forget Miss Sakino either. Wait, what do you mean don't forget me? Damn Maeve, simply showed you've got a rather unique habit for hacking the digital line. Alright everyone, I'm counting on you. Yeah, I still don't think we can trust this guy. Be prepared at any point for him to turn on us. Our alliance is a very shaky one, that's for sure. The gate is open. Okay, let's dive on in. Got it, we'll push wide open from the inside. Seems crazy, but we've got no other choice. The Eaters are all being sent back. Oh hey, a digital magic circle. Yeah, the door is open. The magic circle connects the digital world. Whenever you're ready. Let me ask you one thing. Yes, what is it? You said we must eliminate the Mother Eater, but do you have an assured means of doing so? I didn't explain. Of course there's a way to do it. We extract the foreign object trapped within the Mother Eater, the mental data of Yugo Kamishiro. I believe Eaters were never meant to prey on data from life forms such as humans in the first place. Once Yugo was taken, their dietary habits changed. Incorporating human mental data was what first gave them their present form. Yes, they evolved. Eaters now protect these mental data, as that was the impetus for that very evolution. So very carefully, deep in their core. That explains why our ability to hack into the Eaters before could extract humans out. So it seems these were practice runs to prepare for this. Can't be in the same place my brother said the Eaters would keep inside that Mother Eater thing? Ultimately, yes, he serves as a type of core. My theories are correct. When we remove him, a very interesting phenomenon will occur. Revisable programs being overwritten, time being turned back on itself. What? Each's memory integration errors beyond understanding. Our imagination, even our ability to comprehend. They're always sharing information, always making choices, but every instant is remembered. They have no concept of capacity limit nor concept of time. They simply remember. You think it's not possible, correct? I see, so basically they don't have a concept of time, or space for that matter. They're just a hive mind that exists. Interesting.
あなた方が近頃体験した8年前のエデンやあれはイーターの記憶からロードナイトマン陰湿なトラップとしての歩みは多分にいや実は私彼らのネットワークに特別なあんたの手品の種はクラッキングと手口は同じですやろマジかよ新田さんにできるのはもちろんですだが人間はその可能性をほんの一度イーターに取り込まれながら無限の可能性に気づけなかったのはそのためですとこの話はまたの機会にしますよ長くなりますので
Interesting, so it's like the Alexander storyline in Final Fantasy XIV. It doesn't just require someone being capable of doing it directly, they also have to have no question in their mind that it was possible somehow. In other words, a pure heart. A pure heart for whatever their goal is, not necessarily pure good or pure evil.
とにかく現在の形態へと進化する契機となった信頼できる確率でイーターはユーゴ君の精神データを捕食する以前8年前現在が起こり得なかった未来へと変化し
Excuse me, take it, Miss Kyoko in our studio office. This phenomenon is feasible in the digital world. And with the material and digital worlds having assimilated one another, nothing's beyond the impossible. Yeah, without a doubt, when the Eaters cause time to reverse, I wonder what effect we see in the real world with the connection to the digital world. Possible Ian syndrome will disappear. After all, it will be as if the cause never existed. You're talking about law of causality, causality, correct? I was beginning to think along those lines too. But how do we go out? I shouldn't be any problem. You've already experienced it, Arata. Precisely what I was thinking. Wait, if Eden system disappears, that means Cage and Yugo return to their original bodies, correct? Really? That's kind of out of left field. Solution I hadn't imagined. Right now, everything's possible. Rescue Yugo, bring him to Cage home. The grand finale will truly be happy. Yeah, and they're not directly saying it, but this will save everyone else who has been damaged by the Eaters, because all the data they ate will be returned, both digital and analog. This might be out of field too, or perhaps wishful thinking, but I can't stand here doing nothing. I want to see my brother. Yeah, definitely. See you later. Yeah, I still think we're not done even once we do that. We still have to deal with whatever he's up to. I'd like to say we should carry on as well, but at the present, the digital world is a very dangerous place. We don't have a lot of time, but it makes no sense to just rush and make mistakes. Don't you have anything left to do? If so, take care before we proceed. When you're ready, we'll head to the digital world. Okay, so what this is telling me is we're about to enter a place of no return. That punching stung, I'll give you that. That was a really childish thing. That was a really childish thing of you to do back there, but it's not necessarily a bad thing either. Hey, Cage. Thanks. You plan on staring at me all quiet all day or something? Cut it out. It's weird and embarrassing seeing that. I mean, I guess it's kind of your thing, but still. Actually, to be honest, I have something I need to ask you. Because of all that trouble I ran into, I'm starting to feel like I'm falling behind the rest of you in terms of strength. I hate leaving all the cool stuff to you guys, so I want you to come with me a while. I'll file this as a proper case, so you can do it as part of your job, okay? Anytime you want to head out, me and Omnimon are ready. This is important. Have you got tissues, teeth brushed, and begun the bathroom? You don't have to go in at the heat of the moment. Alphamon is right. I'm growing very fond of your world. I don't want to leave it with regrets. Once you're ready, let me know, and I'll be waiting here. We don't have much time, but preparations are important. Finish up whatever you wish to do. All this time, I've been trying to do something about eating on my own, but each time I tried, my methods were off. But this time, everything is right. I'll take you back to the office if you're ready. Shall we return? Let's return to our detective agency, then. Cage, where are you? What are you up to right now? Me, I'm raring for a fight over something fierce over here. I feel like I've got to one or else I'll get out of my mind, seriously. A scrimmage match. No, that's not it. Brain's running away too fast for my mouth to catch up. I want your Digimon to spar with my VV. Yeah, that's it. I want a match, you and me. We can have it at any old place, you know, set the right mood. I got it. Let's do a memorial spot, you know. Yeah, it'll be perfect. I'll go on ahead. Already filed as a case, so now you can't say no. Well, first things first. Well, first things first, let's save, because we just managed to beat the toughest bosses, Sweet Cyber Sleuth. Now, while we're here, Mirage Gogumon can finally Digivolve. Let's see what it becomes, shall we? I believe this is going to be our first Ultra. Mirage Gogumon BM. Full Moon Meter Impact. Oh, he's still a Mega rank. Still, that's a nice upgrade. I can also promote Infirmon, so I might as well do that. Diaboromon. Wasn't this the... Yeah, I remember this guy, yeah. I think I mentioned it last time, but I believe he was the villain of one of the Digimon Adventure movies. Catastrophe Cannon. Kind of moved to recoil. Ouch. I don't think anyone else can Digivolve further, so I believe we are done. I guess we're done with Wisemon for now. I guess his Saryumon might be good, so I can get his Mega before it's over. You've come, I've been waiting. Actually, I have a request. I admit it's not quite as simple as that. It's a matter of fate. I left the case with your office, so please take a look. Thank you, in advance. Crit attachment B, not bad. Oh, everyone's done. Might as well put everyone on training mode. Remind. Develop. Let's leave the Digifarm then. Keep our well-rounded team. Hotemon might even hit level 99 before we're done. Wouldn't that be interesting? Ooh, let's check the field guide for our new buddies. Here we are, Diaboromon. This Digimon absorbs all data on the network to evolve, and by constantly growing larger, brings the digital world to the brink of destruction. He's absorbed so much data and wisdom, has become all-knowing and all-powerful, taking pleasure in destruction. However, when many of this Digimon assemble, it has one final goal, and that's to hack a military computer and use a nuclear strike to annihilate the real world. Yeah, exactly what happened in the movie. Catastrophe Ken fires a shot of destructive energy. Here we are. Mirage Gogumon BM. He undergoes burst evolution, digivolution, temporarily evoking its full potential and giving it a special form covered in planet-class, high-energy weapons and aura. Special move Full Moon Meteor Impact strikes the enemy with a ball of light containing the energy of a planet. Ooh, so this guy's got planet-busting power. Nice. Attack break field. Ooh. Sadly, can't Digivolve further. Oh well. Now the question is the final dungeon going to be relatively short and mostly the final boss fight? They implied it's going to be a path of no return. So my question is, should I do some of these cases? Oh my, 15. 5. Dream of the Sky, Boy A. I have to sell something from the past. The target is under 0. Purpose is revenge. Deathbearer EX. Memory up. Desperately seeking a babysitter. Oh, I need a babysitter. Princess's signed CD. Searcher patch. It's way too noisy outside. Digimon won't stop fighting each other. Two faces. Anjumon. My Digimon's out of control in this world and won't leave humans alone. Bring it back so I can scold it. Parallel world, girl, destiny, and envy. Mirei. We go from a parallel world and 7 evils rampant. I'll give you a wheel of fate that binds us all. Destiny. Lust. Oh, I see. The, okay, this must have been the, Demon Lord's challenge. Okay. Pride, sloth, greed, wrath. Very popular. Let me... Could it be a stalker? Rena's challenge. I want to match with you. I want to show you my passion. My morning soup keeps me strong. Boy A. I think I might actually want to do this one. So come along with me after all? Great. Thanks a lot, Cage, and I mean it. There's only one thing I have in mind for us to do, and that's to capture me a really strong Digimon. All that crap I've had to put up with lately meant to shorten new Digimon, and that's not good. Not in the least. Besides, I also have some revenge I need to exact sooner rather than later. Let's keep going. We're going to the Under Zero. I'm sure remember, but to go there, you have to go through Valhalla. This won't be easy, but I'm sure you'll get us through. I'm counting you, right? Pop quiz, what's the name of the blade held by Ravemon? Probably Raven King, since that's a Raven. Which knight change to Leopardmon? Leopardmon. Mary says we ought to get to know each other more. I'll contact you again. It's been years since we celebrated my birthday together. Can't wait. Here's the day we meet. Wait, Gallantmon? What's he doing all the way over here? I thought you died. I've been hesitant to approach you, but as you can see, I was separated from the boy and returned to my own body. I suppose that was ancillary to your plan to save the boy, but I owe you my thanks nonetheless. But I do stand behind my actions, as does he. I'm afraid we have no intention of reconciling. That said, I hope to see the conclusion you've chosen through to the end. Sadly, with the damage I've taken, I can offer no further help. Please, both the futures of the human and digital worlds are depending on you. Well, that's a nice, it's nice to know that he ended up surviving in the end. And for the record, I did fully intend to save everyone that the Eaters have attacked. That included him. I can only go to the digital lab here, right? Yeah. Unfortunate. Lots of dark types here. Critical. Harvest Mandala. First shot. My team's coming along rather well, I think. Oh, yeah, I don't have any more allies in this fight. Should be fine, I'm more than capable of handling these guys. I'm at this $1 again, and I should finish it with the next. First shot. Vulcan a palm. There we go. Critical. Play the game. Meruki Mom. I'm not sure how useful Diaboromon's actually going to be, but at least if I need to grind, I can use him to summon stuff. Attack. Destruction. Chain loss. Thanks, move. Thousand destruction. Chain loss. Still unsafe, stay on your toes, don't waste your life. Surprisingly blunt advice, but makes sense. Sheesh. It teleported me all the way back to the roof, but then is forcing me to go all the way, walk all the way down. Oh right, I should buy some new supplies. I didn't actually eat nearly as many as I thought I would. Nice. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, I'm gonna head over to Eden, and I'm gonna grab a drink for my soda while I'm here. So, shouldn't take too much longer. Yeah, this is a good time as any, I think, to deactivate the encounters entirely. I did remember a while ago that there was something in the Under-Zero that Arata said took out most of his hacker team at the time, and so I was expecting the main story to cover that, but I guess not. I imagine this dungeon's actually quite short when you don't have any encounters to worry about. Actually, I remember this was one of the few areas that actually had a surprisingly high encounter rate, so probably better that I negate them here. When I went with some of the Jude guys to the Under-Zero, we'd have been unstoppable in Eden up until then. Nobody could beat us. Adults, cops, nobody. We even figured Under-Zero would be the same way. Even with its reputation for being impregnable, we hit a snag when we hit the outer wall. The security Digimon showed up and kicked our asses. It was a complete and utter wash. Back then, we didn't know anything about Digimon programs at all. We were only capable of doing analog hacking, which made us powerless to fight back. All we could do was grab our asses and run. Some of my buddies, they went crazy from the fear they felt here. Even the guys were okay. We saw what they were up against and lost confidence themselves. The whole thing made it vividly clear to us we were little more than a pack of arrogant brats running wild. We let our pride get us to the point where we bit off more than we could chew. The higher you rise, the further you fall, and all that. And one by one, people quit being hackers. It was the end of the legacy hacker group. I felt sorry for myself and hated to see it go. I stopped being powerless to stop them from leaving the team. I also had a constant fear in me I couldn't shake. Just remembering that time was enough to make me tremble with trauma. I didn't want anyone else seeing me like that, though, so I tried to buck up, make it seem like I was fine. That's why I see this as revenge. I'll make that security Digimon's power my own and finally rid myself of this regret. I'm not the punk I was back then. I'm better than that. Now, let's go. Now, who is the Digimon here? Aha, you're still standing guard. Color me happy. It's nice to see you again. I don't. Who are you? Don't tell me you've forgotten now. It seems I have. At least you're not in my memory banks. Ah, I knew it. I mean, it makes sense. Why would you? You beat us so fast. I can remember. I don't understand what you're speaking of, but any intrusion will not be tolerated. Ah, yes, of course. That's just how I went the first time as well. Seriously, this is great. Wouldn't have it any other way. You're perfect just the way you are. Unlike you, though, I'm a changed man. My legs don't shake up. My mind's clear. I'm grown up. I'm gonna get vengeance for my friends. I'll kick your ass, march through. Won't lose this time. Not with my friend by my side here. Mock Rush. Data type, huh? Let's just change it here. Hello, Kyo. We managed to beat the fight, so now we're doing a couple bonus missions before we head on to the final boss. I don't know if the final digital world is going to be a full-on dungeon or just something extra. Yeah, I was able to defeat Eater Adam. It required a bit of a cheesy strat, but it worked, and that's what matters. Now let's see here. What type is he? Oh, he's neutral, so I can do whatever elements Destruction. Block. Heavy Strike 3. Good night. Dark Roar. Berserk Sword. Oh my. Let's get her back up, shall we? We're in the final battles, so we have no items are off limits anymore. Combo up. Might as well use sprays here to keep everyone at full power. Yeah, after the nightmare that was Dynasmon and Eater Adam, this guy's really nothing. He's just a big tank. Which makes sense, I mean, he's a knight after all. Probably just keep everyone alive here just to be safe. Berserk Sword. Oh dear. Critical. Revival Capsule DX. Should get her back on her feet. Wow, so much for the attack buff, huh? Those criticals are wonderful. nice. It missed everyone. Yeah, it feels nice having an actual team of viruses I can use against bosses like this. That was definitely where I was weakest for a while. Mock Rush. This guy relies a lot on instant death. I'm starting to see why he was such an issue for those hacker guys. They most likely weren't prepared for instant kills. Berserk Sword, yeah. Fists. Hit charge. Here he goes, he's gonna try and kill us again. Oh, that's bad. Rush, that's fine, I just don't want the Berserk Sword. No point using the full revival spray, this next move should finish him. Yep, it did. You know what? I feel at peace now. I've probably been a burden on you guys with the Digimon I've kept with me up until now. Now that I've got this guy, I think I can go on with you all. I want to see this thing through to the end. Don't make me say it seriously. Did I tell you before? Quit with the staring already. Sheesh. Investigation boy. I think with that, this case is closed now. Thanks. I'm gonna stay here a little longer, if that's alright with you. So that's why it gave me Deathbearer DX. How ironic. Deluxe. How ironic. I take it the boys' rite of passage is over now. The final phase is at hand now. I hope there aren't any lingering regrets once it is over. Ah yes, a new case has just been submitted to the office from a Digimon. I'd like you to take it. This case is a little tricky and needs to be taken care of by a human. I'm too much of a Digimon at heart, and so I have decided to let you should take care of it. Choose to begin whenever you'd like. As always, check the whiteboard and I'll have a client come over for a meeting. Digimon's exclusive scoop. I want Digimon to be better friends with humans. That's why I need a secret human scoop. Interesting, that's a 5-star difficulty. Master Disc, Master Guard. Rena's challenge. I want to match with you. I want to show you my passion. My morning soup keeps me strong. Ooh, we have a case with the girl from the parallel world. If that's not a sign you come a long way as a detective, I don't know what is. So what do you talk about? What does she want from you? A challenge, it seems. Huh, she wants to go back to a memorable spot you two share. I don't really know what she could be referring to, but at the very least, when it comes to stuff like a parallel world, nobody's more of an expert than me, Ray. Go visit her and see if she has any advice for how to approach this. You're working a case for Rena? My, you two detectives have quite really extended your reach, I'd say. I take it you must be here because you need to ask me about something then? Trying to figure out what a memorable spot of hers is? Well, if it's someplace that connects both of you, surely you should know where to go, right? Are you sure you can't think of anything? Nothing rings a bell? What sort of memories do you two have there? None? Try thinking harder. That's right, that's where you two first met. There's the Shinjuku of the parallel world, but it was still Shinjuku nonetheless. But you can't have gone back to the parallel world. You would need the power of my Mastamon to facilitate such a journey. Where else could she be, then? So you couldn't figure out, huh? Did you forget I'm a fortune teller? Of course, that's my job. Why didn't I just tell you sooner? That's a fair point, I'll give you that, but the future's ever-changing, so I stayed quiet in case. Hey, Kate, what's the big deal? Why is it so important you gotta keep me waiting? I've been waiting for you this whole time. I didn't mean... You need to have permission to take your sweet time. Don't tell me you're standing me up. You are, aren't you? I bet you aren't even gonna tell me, huh? You just shut me up. Why did we get... Oh, you don't remember the spot? Oh, that's so mean. It's Asakusa, remember? Where else could it be? Why? I can't believe you. It's one thing if you forgot why it was, but not even knowing, I can't even. Whatever. Get your butt over here already. I predicted this would happen as well. What's that expression? I'm merely telling you the truth. Listen, to get results in life, there's a process one must go through, and that process is already set in stone. Indeed, history itself, the ebb and flow of each soul's lifespan is predetermined. Humans are merely walking a path laid before them. Granted, sometimes you can take a more proactive role in the proceedings when faced with a critical juncture. Go along one of several paths. Then results as multiple potential futures can exist. Go right, and there's one future, go left, another one. Where you are right now is decided in those pivotal moments. Such choices even revise the past itself. The choices we make are profoundly powerful and mustn't be disregarded as machinations of mere fate. As a result, nobody can truly be certain of what comes next until a choice that has been definitively made, once or the other. It's true for everyone, even I subject to these limitations. Well, enough philosophizing. Rena's waiting for you. See what sort of fate you await her in making your choice. What's taking that loser so long? Stealth hide because I need to go here. Oh my, it's just directly taking me to the fight this time. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to heal up. Let's go out and heal up first. I forgot. Did you have to heal up real quick? Oh, he can Digivolve again, but he needs 100 ABI, oh my. Alright, he can become this one just fine. I imagine that's going to be the goal. Stealth hide. I'm gonna be honest, these military stuff, the blockades that require stealth hide to go past, they feel like they're here purely to give an excuse so you have a reason to use stealth hide long after, yeah, because it feels really situational, like, a lot of these things like function call high security, copy paste. Well, I guess copy paste is very specific. Yeah, copy paste and stealth hide, and I guess to a lesser extent the wall crack are very clearly just special keys for a hole. For special keys for the specific keyholes. But I guess you can't have everything be useful at all times. Alright, we're gonna take these challenge. I cough. Finally made it, I'm so relieved. Wait, why'd you ask to come here again? Duh, I want to have a bit of a spar with you and your Digimon. Why Asakusa? I told you, it's a lot of memories. I think of this area fondly. What do you mean it's just me? You don't feel the same way? Well, for me, it's an important place I'll remember because where I first had some dozu. Don't give me that look, you know, dojo, not the martial arts place. Pond loaches, fish. I ate one in a hot pot. Asakusa's famous for it. Ah, that's not what confuses you? Oh, gosh, you're worrying too much now. Water under the bridge. Let's move on already. We have some fighting to do. Fight. I'm pumped up for this. Oh, what's all the questions? Now I want to know why I want to fight you to begin with? How many times am I going to have to repeat it? I feel it in my bones. I need to do this or I'll feel restless. Don't recall hot pot places in Asakusa? I don't know either. She's probably referring to something that happened in her timeline. And I'm kind of theorizing that Hacker's memory is basically going to be taking place in that timeline, so maybe we'll learn there. I'll be resetting the day timer and be classifying it as Digimon Hacker's memory when I do that one as well, so two will basically be separate for the most part. Gale Storm 3. This is a great melon bun place, though. Ooh, nice. Anti-poison. Speed charge. I forgot what type he was, so he's Data. We want Sakuyamon and Mirage Gogamon here. Gale Storm 3. Start charging! Ray of Victory! Oh my. Gale Storm 3. Amethyst Mandala, remove that buff before we do anything else. HP spray. Ray of Victory. I might not be able to win this one at this rate. Yeah, he's getting like 4 turns to every one of my units. It might be better just reset this. Mirage Gogamon probably just needs a few levels and he can handle this, I think. Speed charge, oh lovely, he gets even faster. I survive by a guard? Ray of victory! Yes, I can. Start charging. Oh, that's been an issue. Look at that enemy turn stack. Yeah. I imagine he just has anti-poison and crap as excuses to waste his own turn. As far as I can tell, the AI seems to choose its attacks randomly to some extent. They seem to have some requirements, like, only using... The question is, will this actually give me a game over if he wins? Victory sold. Hold on, there's a bug in there. Yeah, it says a lot. I was given more than enough time to do that. Only 2 left, Diaboromon and Saruman, and yeah, as you can see, I'm not even getting it up to. Ray of victory. I'm highly amused that this fight is supposed to be a friendly spar, and yet I get a game over for it. Well, I guess we don't need to bother with this one. I'll worry about it later. I guess we're a bit due for getting to the next area anyways, so let's go ahead and do that. I need to suspend this one, for better or for worse. Now, what's this here? I was given a link. Oh, melon pan at Asakusa. Ooh, that looks delicious. Actually, what's the last one? Dream the Sky? No, that's not it. Terriermon's exclusive scoop. Yeah, the one with Rada here is 5 stars, but this one was actually pretty easy, if we're honest. But Rena here, this one is insane. This should have been 6 stars. I guess we could do this one real quick, or at least see if we can do this one. Ah, you must be the detective in charge. When the interdimensional wall broke down, I was sent from the digital world to this one. Right now there are Digimon in this world that are afraid. Don't know where they are and think of humans as their enemies. I'd rather not see humans as my enemy. I still like to think there's a way that humans and Digimon can coexist. But I don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. That's when I heard about you guys and how you solved many problems for Digimon. So I'd like to examine you in detail. Please show me all the good humanity has to offer. Alright, don't see a reason why not. Hooray, thank you. Cage, sorry to interrupt, but I know it's sudden, but there's another case I'd like to take. It seems someone run out on Bill at a restaurant in Shibuya. Staff is asking to track down the perp. It's been a while since we've had a case fit for a detective. Please handle this one as well. Okay, I guess Terriermon's gonna... Ah, you're the detective. Please, right this way. I sent in a request. I work at the cafe. Please, I need your help tracking down and arresting this criminal who ran without paying. Earlier today, around 2, a diner took up and left without paying for the meal. I was here in the cafe with my husband as usual. I was dealing with the customers and my husband was cooking. Then I think it was about 5 minutes to 2. I went the back door to go and phone my friend, and I left my husband in charge of the cafe. While I was on the phone, I heard a voice cry from someone inside, "It's the Die and Dash," so I immediately hung up and went back to the cafe. When I got inside, my husband wasn't there. He had run out after the criminal. Before I went out for the phone call, there had been about 20 customers, but when I heard the shout and came back, 4 were gone. I thought my husband had gone after them. I entrusted the cafe to the regular I knew. Went out looking for the missing customers. Wow, were you able to find the 4 in such a short amount of time? Honestly, I just got lucky. Die and Dash occurred about 5 minutes after I went back to make a phone call. These customers must have left during that time. I'm good at faces, the sort of talent of mine. They even admit they were all in the cafe. So I talked to each and listened to their stories, but I can't work out who it was. I know one of them must be the criminal, but... Oh, I see. This is going to be one of those puzzles where I need to figure out the solution. So please, ask each of them about this and catch the criminal. Surely the one who was lying would be the criminal. The other 3 have no reason. Okay, so basically 3 will tell the truth and 1 is telling a lie. Arm 2 command completed. Not bad. Alright, first of all, let's save before we begin this little... Alright. I was the one who yelled, "It's a Die and Dash." The cafe owner, or man, heard me and went rushing after the criminal. I was curious about the Die and Dasher, so afterwards I went straight to the counter, placed the money, and left. I could only see the criminal from behind. It was a woman. I tried to run after her too, but I lost sight of both the waiter and the criminal. Nisha was not a criminal. She's a beautiful woman. I fell in love with her as soon as I first saw her and spent my entire lunch eating cheap, spicy curry and staring. But after someone shouted "Die and Dash," Nisha left the cafe. The criminal obviously ran out of the cafe before the shout. How's it doing? Do you know who the criminal is? No, I don't. Nishio. There's another person named Yatsuyu who left about the same time I did. No one left behind the till, so I didn't know where to leave my money, but she left by the register, so I did too. Followed her out of the cafe. I also heard someone shout about a Die and Dash, but I don't know who. It sounded like a man's voice, one man shouting once. The Die and Dash happened at around 2 p.m., correct? At that time, I had almost finished and got up going to the restroom. I returned, heard it's a Die and Dash, and there was a commotion. It had nothing to do with me, so I put money down and left. Shouting voice is definitely the waiter. I was the one who yelled out, "It's Die and Dash." Okay. We're starting to hear... Alright, so if we assume everyone's telling the truth, these 2 have a direct contradiction. Placed the money and left. I could only see the criminal. There's another pain Yatsuya left around the same time I did. She left to buy the register. I didn't know where to leave my money, so I left to buy a register. Oh, interesting. There was another person named Yatsuya left around the same time I did. No one behind the till, so I didn't know where to leave my money, but she left to buy the register, so I did too, and followed her out. Also heard someone shout about the Die and Dash, but I don't know who. Now, is this... Ichiara, is this a guy or a girl? Crap. The Die and Dash happened at 2. At that time, I almost finished up and gone. I returned and heard it's a Die and Dash, and there was a commotion. It had nothing to do with me, so I put down... left. But this person here says Yatsuya is the one who left behind money, and this backs it up. Nishio left the cafe. Did they really leave before the shout? We'll do it. Let's sing together with you sometime. cares about the Dine and Dash or when it's streamed. Now, we don't know who the husband is, so we don't know if he was the one who called for it. I'm a bit confused. It's hard for me to follow. Whenever you don't understand something, you just need to hear it several times, make a note of it, I guess. We need to find the two people whose stories don't match. There's a few here. Now, this creepy guy says he was watching this woman the whole time. He would have noticed if she was dying and dashing, but he also could be trying to cover for her. But at the same time, the puzzle directly stated, yeah, both Terriermon and the woman here said 3 lying, so only the dying and dasher would theoretically be the one lying. There's a person named Yatsu who left at the same time I did. Nobody behind the till, so I didn't know where to leave my money, but she left by the register, so I did too. I also heard someone shout about the Diane Dash, but I don't know who. Diane Dash happened around 2, right? At that time I had almost finished up. I returned to hear it's a Diane Dasher's commotion. It had nothing to do with me, so I put money down left. Shouting voice is definitely the waiter. It might actually be this person, because if we assume they're all telling the truth, there's only contradiction. Her being wrong would mean that this person is wrong, and by extension that this person's wrong. So all 3 of these would have to be wrong in order to make them wrong. So it's this Ichiara person. How's it going? I think I do. Really? Please tell me who it is. The criminal is who? Huh? Why me? I knew it. That's who I thought it was too, Cage. I did any such thing. If you think the criminal, let's hear your explanation. Well, out of the 4 customers, 2 other stories most definitely didn't match. Isn't that right? Was the one who shouted the waiter or Ichiara, because that's the main one. Yes, well done. Just what I expect from you, Cage. Among those 4 people, there's conflicting testimony. Who actually shouted it's a Diane Dash? Was the waiter Ichiara? In which case, you would know your husband's voice well, as you hear him all the time, right? I'm sorry, I just heard a loud voice. I can't remember. Oh, I see. In any case, it isn't strange was the one who shouted, whereas Yatsuya claimed was the waiter. So that must mean one of them is lying, which means one of them is a criminal. In that case, why me and why not the Yatsuya woman? Cage, do you know? Because Nishio and Sanpai's testimony would have to be wrong in order for them to be correct. You're really something. So basically, we should trust and the testimony, right? Yes, according to Nishio, there's only one shout, so it couldn't have been both Ichiara and the waiter. According to Sanpai, Nishio left the cafe right as the Diane Dash happened. So Nishio and Yotsuya left the cafe at about the same time. So essentially, there's no one who can back up Ichiara's story. Yatsuya's alibi is backed up by Nishio and Sanpai, so they're not the criminal. So we can believe them. That means Yatsuya is the only... We cannot... Yeah. Good... The criminal said the opposite of what Yatsuya said. Yatsuya told the waiter, but the one who himself was shouted was the criminal. Don't talk this nonsense, I was definitely the one who shouted it. I called the other customers in the shop to warn them the stupid jerk was doing. I already told you, I ran out. You should be thanking me. Ooh, sweaty guy. Oh dear! I'm sorry, I couldn't catch the criminal. The criminal's right here, is this it? You're the one who Diane Dashed? Mr. Policeman, the guy here ran on the check. And this boy ran out to check on your restaurant? Right, then he's coming to the station. Case closed. Wow, you're as good as they say. Alright, back to the office. I'm sure Kyoko would want to congratulate you. You there, hold on. You're the one tracking this criminal down? That's amazing. Quite the feat indeed. Thank you for catching this Diane and Dasher. Or whatever, I'm done with this. What? You're such a buzz of chumps. What's this? Great job working that out. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. How about it? I'm not a real cop. You should see the look on your faces. We're members of the much talked about Shibuya Delight Gang. I'm gonna have to go against the much talked about because I don't think anyone's heard of you. Members of Delight love the thrill of getting away with crimes again and again. We're impossible to catch. But you enjoy running out on checks on restaurants, doing bad stuff, and then deceiving everyone? Tip the iceberg, idiot. Do you really think that's enough to satisfy us? You embarrass us, so now you gotta pay. First we're gonna spread a rumor you couldn't catch it. Best detective around? I don't think so. Such a roundabout kind of revenge will be enough for us. Catch me if you can. If you can't, we're gonna keep doing bad stuff. Huh? They got away. Where do you think they're going? I heard something. A gang of thugs who cause trouble around the neighborhood hang out at Shibuya subway station. But don't think about it. It's too dangerous. Those guys are criminals. We should leave this to police. Here's your fee. Please don't be shy. I'm a little worried about what that guy said before about revenge. I know what that is. Revenge is when someone does something bad, so you do something bad back in return, right? Or if they say something, though, it's not our fault he got arrested. It was his own fault. Nothing good comes from getting back at someone. Anyway, should we go after those guys? Of course. We're off to Shibuya subway station. Oh, nice, it teleported me here. Well, those guys are trying to use Digimon for evil purposes. They're probably ambushing them all the time. We never use humans for anything. I never want to have that kind of relationship with a human. Pet Terriermon on the head. I should probably save that for my Terriermons. Alright, let's get over there and show those guys. Earth, I believe, is weak to wind, but I don't have wind, so Nanomachine Break. How is that not fatal? Well, Thousand Fists is going to be effective. That actually is wind. Let's activate high security just because I don't want to deal with too many of these low-level mobs. I won't even get enemies. I just won't get much out of the deal. Check the digital shift. Okay, then. Now, this one's really big if I remember right, so it might be a little annoying. In that case, I'm very glad I have the high security option to turn off the encounters completely. I can't go back. Okay, I went the wrong way. Lovely. This is a real... If I remember right, I've gotten lost in this area before, which is really frustrating. Oh well, it's not too hard. It's not... It's far from the most annoying dungeon I've ever been in, so I'm not too worried at least. Eliminates encounters entirely. Oh my. That's strange. I thought high security lasted longer. I guess it's on a timer instead of on a per step. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to go down there anymore. So they cut that off. wrong way, I guess. Oh, they might be in this way, actually, since this one's actually open. Alright, here they are. Let's go ahead and save real quick, because they're going to fight us with something. And probably something very nasty. That big hand made out of trains. That's always a creepy thing. Pretty neat. Well done, you managed to find us. To be honest, you guys came here to be defeated by us, but well done anyway. Use Digimon right. We happen to be hackers too. We are better at the Digimon masters, as you'll see. Here, I brought this along. Use it to fight this idiot. Oh my. Let's hope this fight goes a bit better than the Ultra Force Vmon. Ground Locomon. This Digimon I found around here recently. After we had a little chat or two with him, he became a nice, obedient little slave. The pride of delight's been insulted. Avenge me, little Digimon. Put the hurt on him. Thunderfall 3. Oh my, another data type. Dang, this game really loves the data types, doesn't it? Alright, full virus team. Let's go. Alright, Comet Hammer will deal the most damage because that's Earth. Oh my. Terrier Tornado. Destruction Crush. Comet Hammer 2. Ripping Net. Missed. Alright, Nail Bone. Let's get some percentage damage going. 514, eh? So he has about 2,500 health, I think? Something like that. Comet Hammer. Yeah, he's weak to Earth. Nanomachine Break. Alright, just heal up Marukimon real quick, shall we? Comet Hammer 3. Nail Bone. Dang, this percentage-based damage is wonderful. Heal. Destruction Crush. Comet Hammers. This guy is really durable, but I'm not really worried. I'll just keep using Nail Bone until percentage damage stops being useful. Comet Hammer 3. Thunderfall. Speed Charge. Nail Bone. L Express Attack. Knockback. Oh my. Comet Hammer 3 is still good damage, I guess. Heaven's Thunder 3. Comet Hammer 3. Change. Speed Charge. I fail to see the threat. Comet Hammer 3. L Express Attack. Deja vu. Been in this place before. Okay, Dianamon should be fine. She still does really good damage. Speed Charge. Speed boy. I don't know. I only saw the first season of Initial D. I tried to get into Season 2 onward, but at that point, it's clear you really need to be a fan of cars in order to get along well there. Good night. Sukuyamon's fine. Speed. Oh! 43. Okay, now we're starting to get to the Destruction Crush. Let's use Amethyst Mandala to get rid of that speed buff, shall we? Speed up. Dark Roar. Let's see if this does any better damage. Oh wow, it does. L Express Attack. He's running someone over. Who is it gonna be? Skull Sodomon. Nightmare 3. We need to beat him with damage, and we need to do it now. There we go. Ooh, what'd she learn? What'd she learn? A status barrier. That's pretty decent, actually. Sonic Void 3. Ooh, Mega Gargamon learned something good. Uh-oh. Oh, Ground Locomon! Please don't kill me! Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. How could that Digimon be defeated so easily? I'll never forgive you. Digimon are not tools for you to use. We were flung in this world we didn't know. Every day we struggle with terror and fear. There are Digimon being terrorized by humans. There's also Digimon believe there could be friendship between humans. Digimon. That Ground Locomon probably thought that. Humans are. I'm your friend, Terriermon. Cage, that's true. You're not like that. You help any human who's in trouble, and Digimon like me as well. We haven't spent much time together, but even so, I know. You're kind of warm-hearted, Cage. Like Cage said, give yourself up to the police, reflect on what you've done, set it right. Even people like you can turn things around, so I'll try to trust you. Yeah, I'll leave immediately. Well, I guess this turned out well then, wouldn't you say? Well, Cage, I guess that does it for my case. You know, the reason I picked you wasn't because you're a capable detective. I want to make friends with humans, but I myself was afraid of them. So I asked you guys, because you have a good reputation among Digimon. Humans like those guys and I will never understand each other. Some part of me will always be afraid and never want to be around them. When I see you, I understand. Whether it's Digimon or human, you have a way of looking at someone and gaining their trust. So I'd like to be able to look in people in the face and be honest, like you. I'd like to be able to make friends without being afraid. More than that, I want to go out and tell the Digimon of the world they're humans like you. They don't need to be afraid. Finally, I'd like to ask you something, Cage. My hand may be small, but pinky promise? Promise me, however hard it may be, you'll never give up. You'll create friendship between humans and Digimon, the best. Huh, why even give a choice? We all... Oh, I get it. It's supposed to be. That's... Why is this a choice? But I get it. They want you to choose, but it's also the only choice that makes sense, given the context. Yeah. Anyways, I'll have some with how you dealt with that case, Cage. Thank you, I'm off then. Oh, see you later. You're a sleuth, right? Oh. Veteran investigator. Achievement earned. Cyber Sleuth. Solved 50 cases. Not bad. Well, looks like things went just like the client hoped. You and Terriermon have both grown up a lot, I feel like. Well, first things first, let's get the Digimon team going here. Oh, that reminds me, Marukimon got a new move. Let me see here, Thunderfall. That is not Sonic Void, magic attack. Oh, I guess you can use magic if I want. Wind Claw 3, that's a physical attack AoE. I guess technically Thousand Fists is stronger than Wind Claw. I guess I can take this in case the enemy is more vulnerable to magic. But for now, let's go and heal up because we need to be taking on the final dungeon. Decent supply of all of them now. First shot. 1,000 fists. Gaia element. Man, these enemies are all beefy. Grand rocked. Here we are. Oops, wrong one. Good night. Gaia element on Digimon. Arctic Blizzard. Thousand fists on Metal Digimon. Good night. Come out while asleep. Sky element. As long as it doesn't heal. Ice archery. Okay, that's fine. I guess the one thing I need to be wary of is, when I go into the digital world, is there going to be an actual dungeon, or is it going to be just a final boss fight, basically? Because I know when I played Romancing Saga 2, I was surprised when I went to the final area and it turns out, I went through what felt like a mini dungeon right before. And then proceeded to fight one of the last major bosses before the final boss. And I thought, okay, probably gonna have a dungeon here, but then, nope, final boss immediately. Not inherently a bad thing or anything, don't get me wrong. Good night. Finish her. Arctic Blizzard. Mega Gargamon's not particularly amazing at focusing down particular enemies, but he's really good at taking a group down at once. Gaia. Thousand fists and combo up. Not bad.
頑張ったね。
Digiconvert. Aquilamon, Garurumon, Syakumon, Magna, Angemon. Sure, let's go ahead and make him. Vaccine Light, Pitamin. Heaven's Gate. Magic attack, 110% chance of instant kill. Piedmon. Trump Sword. 4 magic attacks, 35 neutral damage, 1 foe, nullifies support skills. Doru Greymon. Kazuhamon. Guys are pretty close to being able to be made, at least. A leisure course. Alright, let's take a look at the field guide now that we've registered quite a few new Digis. Mostly gonna be in the Ultimates area. Here we are. Doru Greymon. A supersized beast Digimon known as the Ultimate Enemy. It has unleashed a powerful life force, the mythical dragon that slumbers deep within its Digicore. Uses its impressive body to pulverize valiant Digimon. It can even beat off attacks of nightmare soldiers with ease. It's highly intelligent but rarely appears. Its special move is called Metal Meteor, where it destroys an enemy with an iron ball with a super mass much greater than its size. Alright, Piedmon, the others are Megas. Here we are, Piedmon. Strange and mysterious Titan Wizard Digimon. There are many unknowns about Titan Wizard Digimon, as demon-undead types are from another world. Their true identities are not understood. Its reason for being here is unclear, and there's no way of resolving the problem, but its strength is undisputed. And if you're lucky to come against Piedmon, Unlucky enough to come against Piedmon, your fate is sealed. An inescapable special move Trump Sword teleports 4 swords in its magical box to pierce the enemy. Here we are, Magna Angemon. High Angel Digimon with 8 sparkling silver wings. Magna Angemon's job in the digital world is law enforcement, and it supervises most of the other High Angel Digimon. It speaks for the light that protects the order of the digital world, and thus normally takes the appearance of a priest. When the digital world is shrouded in dark, it changes to battle mode to fight with evil with unique weapons. Its special move is Heaven's Gate. It sends enemies through a door of no return. Edamon, Matadormon, Wisemon. Oh my, 120 ABI is required. I have never seen... That's interesting. I have never seen a Digimon that requires 120 ABI. Level 99 also means he requires the level cap. Oh, come on. Unimon. Cam 10% required. Interesting. Impmon. Oh wait, I need to Digimon, don't I? Hagumon, Black Gatomon. Lopmon. Finally, we're almost there. Been hell of a roundabout route, but it was worth it. Let's go. We'll meet again. All of us together. Anytime one out, me and Omnimon are ready. Actually, we're getting pretty close to the stream, and so you know what? Let's do something I really should have done earlier. First of all, these. I should be able to have a full team of Megas now, but for the moment, home game. I think we have one fight that we need to handle. A villainous cinematic case. We're probably not going to bother with Ultra Force Vmon before the end of the game, but we are definitely going to be finishing this one as a case of pride. Digimon team organized. Alright, we're gonna take these guys out and call it a stream. Then we'll probably finish it next time on even 20. Guy element. Yeah, look how much less frustrating this is going to be. Holy crap. Nightmare. First shot. Oh my. That was in fists. Pandora dialogue. Percentage damage. Black tornado. Oh dear. Nitrate. Wisemon should be getting a turn before the next attack. Pandora dialogue. Guy element. First shot. Dark Terra Force. Physical, 1,000 fists. Critical. Guy element 3, good, waste your time. Pandora dialogue. Spray bee. He's really mad at Marukimon, isn't he? Black tornado. Agility charge. Thousand fists. We'll just go with full virus team for the moment. We need to focus them all down. Attack. Yes, please waste your turns like that. Guy element. Okay, good. Because she refused to use her heal, I think we just won. Black tornado. Ow. 1,000 fists! Volcana Palm 3. Finish her. Got her. Hell Crusher 3. Mega Gargamon. Neptunemon and this Pokémon, because these guys are pure viruses. So let's go pure vaccines. Yeah, basically as long as you can take out the healer, you're in good shape. First shot. Starlight Explosion. Vortex Penetration. Oh, dang. Nanomachine Break. Starlight Explosion. Excellent. We got a good team here. You haven't beaten me yet. I'm not gonna let me follow that. That's right. I'm still Stan. I demand a proper apology. I'm gonna make you pay for this assault. What, you didn't send it? What's this about? Oh, you were sent by Sakuyamon to stop us? So you weren't the one who sent the letter. Well, I see. Well, sorry for lashing out at you like that. I must have heard from Sakuyamon. Make fun of somebody you don't even know kinda pisses me off. We may look like villains, but villains have feelings. It's not very nice to talk about us. Yeah, just because we're bad guys doesn't mean we're bad guys. Anyway, it looks like these Knights of Justice still haven't arrived. Sorry for the wait, lol. Oh, crap. Huzzah! We cut through evil with the light. We slice through evil in a single stroke. Depths of night we shine bright as star of hearts of all. Starmon, Knight of Justice. Evil weeps when we appear, evil runs when we are near. Whenever we hear the cry, we cross the earth, we'll cross the sky. Super Starmon, Knight of Justice. Huzzah. The heavens, the earth, and evil knows. We are justice incarnate, will burn evil from the world, the light of justice. We are fate itself. Justamon, Knight of Justice. We oppose evil in all its forms. We dedicate ourselves to eradicating it, which shines within our hearts. A burning love for justice. Wait, does Rosemon really look evil? I mean, I guess the virus versions of the vaccines could count as evil, and Myodismon, well, he's a vampire, so it makes sense he'd look evil, but I don't know, I think Rosemon feels like she's mostly here. Well, I guess there's the Femme Fatale villain, but... So let me get this straight. You guys called us out here to tell us about this justice crap. Sorry for the wait. Prepare yourselves, villains. Why should we prepare? You say all this awful stuff, and then you have the gall to talk about justice. Our existence is just itself. You guys are bad guys? Great Saiyaman reference. Yeah, I did notice that. So justice punch, justice kick. Are you an ally of these villains? Fine, we'll start by dealing with you. Oh, it's letting me heal. Oh, well, nice of them to do that. Hey, what's the matter? Gonna run away? I'll let him go. He rushed in before he realized what it was for. He'll be back when he's more properly prepared. Yeah, I figured I'm probably gonna end the stream soon, but I should complete this one for sake of, you know, pride and all that. Congrats are beating it, thanks. Man, I think I'm going down with something. Are you okay? Take a rest to get better. Oh, there's some max level Digimon. Let me fix that. Pokemon. Pokemon and Pokemon. unknown Digimon I could probably make now. Pagu, let's go to Lopmon. Niaromon. Let's go to this new mysterious Digimon. Salamon. Ooh, I believe this is the one that normally turns into Gatomon. Yeah, I remember this one was vaguely appeared like once in the Digimon Adventure, but then they just stuck to Gatomon from there on out. Puppy Howl. Penetrating medium light damage on a foe. You're correct. Okay, glad I'm not. Glad my memory is still pretty good. And now let's look at the field guide. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Here we are, Salamon. A holy-type Digimon child known for its lop-eared appearance. Still young and cannot unleash its sacred power, nor is it even aware of its own mission. Thus, its nature is unstable, with the potential to become good or evil. Even so, one day it will likely awaken to its mission as a virus buster. Salamon is also an experimental Digimon made to imitate domestic pets by Digimon researchers, so it closely resembles a real animal. Its special move, Puppy Howling, paralyzes the enemy with a super high-pitched bark. It is adorable, I love it. Lucamon's gonna be... Is that Lucemon or Lucamon? Oh, is that the one I saw earlier? Hold on. Is this the one you are referring to? Because when I first saw this, I commented, I have not seen a single Digimon this entire game that required 120 ABI, or level 99 for that matter. Even the other Dark Masters, even the Demon Lords required only level 60 and 80 ABI. Oh, no, it's not. I doubt I'm gonna get this guy, so out of sheer curiosity, who is it? I doubt I'm gonna be getting this guy. It's a bit out of scope of the playthrough, I think. Especially since the implication is I'm about to enter a point of no return. It's a Pokemon. Ooh, interesting. Funny thing, I kept Neptunemon with me just for to level him up a bit, but Vortex penetration is actually really, really nice. I should try and set his stuff up. Settings. Not him. Neptunemon. Here we are. Oh yeah, I need to organize these guys. Let's get Dianamon up here and Darkdramon. The final villain of First Digimon Adventure. Yep. Makes sense he'd have such massive requirements. I mean, he had the power of 2 worlds to destroy, after all. Let's see here. Anti-sleep. Well, let's replace those with X-Heal, X-Archery. Let's replace Hydro Water with Hydro Water 3. Ice Archer I should replace with something else. Let's see, Heavy Strike, Air Reflection. I guess Heavy Strike 2 is just going to be nice to make sure. I do not need Chain Minus since foes do not use combos, so let's replace it with Mirror Reflection. He was also an add-on for Hacker Memory in the original PS4. Oh, interesting. So he was a later edition? Well, I think that 120 ABI and level 99 Piedmon is a bit much, so I'm not going to be making him in this playthrough, but I think we managed to get pretty far, I think. This team looks pretty solid. Maybe I'll swap Wisemon for someone else. Before I do anything else, Fox, once I go past the point of no return, is there an actual dungeon in there, or is it mostly just the final boss fight? Because I've had some RPGs that do both whenever they warn you, hey, you can't go back after this. Digimon can't go forward yet. Right. Mirage Gaugamon has been really powerful, and I barely used him. I guess my data types are definitely coming along rather well. You can come back to the real world. Oh, you can? Okay, that's good to know. I'm probably going to be finishing the game next times, but, of course, this is going to be a battle of pride, so... Once you beat the game, you can still do content. Okay, that's what I wanted to know, because sometimes the game will have kind of a post-game content where you can do the stuff you want. Other times, you'll just go back to a save right before the final boss. But for now, let's go back to these guys. I don't want to deal with either of these guys, so let's forget. Ooh, at least I got Stingmon scanned. Ah, we the members of the Justimon Squadron don't know the meaning of the word defeat. We challenge you to a fight. Justimon Squadron, move out! Shining laser! Meteor shower! Saint Knuckle. Ow. Alright, Danamon. Actually, Nightmare 3 on Justimon here. The game will know right away you beat the game. He placed you back before you fought the final boss. Okay. Alright, thanks for clearing that up. There's a... Basically, it feels like each game handles it differently, so... I should probably swap Mega Gargamon with someone else. Sakuyamon should be sufficient. So, knowing how to prepare accordingly is rather nice. Guard Break Field. Let's just go ahead and debuff them all to make this easier, shall we? Acceleration Boost. Heavy Strike. Attack. Nightmare 3. Nightmare 3. Combo up. Oh, wonderful. This is gonna be good. Dark Roar on Super Starmon. Okay, we're saying when it comes to the game, some games they just head off to credits, you go back to new game. Mach Rush. Yeah, that's definitely the Common Rider kick that Justimon just used. Back when I was working at a call center, I ended up going through a lot of tokusatsu shows. I should probably use this just to be safe. Cyber Sleuth. Dark Roar, take him out. Alright, good to know Cyber Sleuth won't dump me straight to a New Game Plus. Nightmare. As soon as I take out Justimon, I can start bringing out my other viruses to take out the datas. So I'm trying to focus him down in particular. Yeah, having both Dianamon and Sakuyamon having been Taomon at one point means I have easy access to quite a few very lovely darkness-type spells. How are we liking this game so far? I'm liking it quite a bit. My only real complaint is that it's a bit grindy at a couple parts. I might just be used to games like SMT though, since in that game when you create a monster, they're immediately at a relevant level. But I do like how it's been fairly challenging. I will admit I'm not a fan of bosses that heal themselves as heavily as some of the ones do, but that's entirely a personal preference thing. It's not something I really hold against the game. I do think it was a good idea that I ended up bringing it to hard mode in the end. Feels a lot more satisfying. Even if enemies feel like a little damage spongy. But hey, that's why I imagine that's why there's some Digimon who deal percent-based damage, so you have an option if you feel that's the case. I can just continue nightmaring Superstar. There we are. This fight is way easier than the first one, even if I didn't focus down Rosemon right away to eliminate the healing. I think this fight would simply be way easier. Then again, I guess that's probably intentional. That is, if you can defeat the villains at the start, you can defeat the heroes as well. Good night's mood. Critical. Let's just use a pull here for Dark Dramon. I don't want him to get killed by a straight crit or something. And I will say I'm glad I've long since gotten over my hesitation to use items in RPGs before, because I've really needed them here. This mission has a life lesson that bad guys aren't necessarily bad guys. And heroes can sometimes be assholes. At least that's the life lesson I'm getting out of it so far. Yeah, I think I've got this fight well under control. Yeah, it really feels nice having more than one reliable virus type. I think that's probably the big thing that caused my team to improve a lot. Good. There we are. Dianamon will finish it. Here we are. Oh dang, not many stats from that level up. I don't believe it! We lost the villains! Go apologize to them. Okay, we got a bit carried away there. Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, we demand an apology. Think it's okay with you calling us all villains? I'm not really happy with what you said, nor the way you made fun of us. Don't just judge us by how we look. You seriously pissed us off. Alright, we're sorry about that. Looks like we got a bit carried away. Well, that's it then. That stupid game's over. It's not just a game. I swear, we're trying to make a cool action hero movie. Go on. Well, I've always been drawn in by the heroes of old films. I want to look cool on the big screen like that, too. So I got together with these guys, all of whom who feel the same way, to make a masterpiece screenplay, but... So then we thought we just need to scout a good villain, and we sort of got caught up on it. We didn't really think about your feelings. For that, we're deeply sorry. What are we gonna do now? Well, we can't give up on making our movie. We'll just try asking other Digimon. I know, how about we get some villain costumes and play the villains ourselves? It'll look pretty cheap, but there's nothing else to do. Alright, we'll see you later. Wait, can we take a look at the script? Huh? I'm interested. Being in your movie, I mean. Well, you've explained yourself and apologized. I suppose I'm okay with helping out a bit. We have to make sure the villains look good on screen. Really? You guys are okay with it? Hey, a good hero needs a good villain. Let's get started before we change our minds. Justamon, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. Thank you so much. Well, it seems you managed to work things out. Oh, Sakuyamon. Sorry, when I got here it didn't look like there was anything I could do, so I just watched. But Blackboard Greymon and his lot have changed their minds and are cooperating with Justamon's guys to make a movie, it seems. It's all been settled amicably, thanks to you. Thank you for making our dream of making a movie come true. Digimon folk dancing has taken off. Don't judge Digimon based on appearance. Yeah, I kind of felt that way, honestly, since a couple earlier cases had me helping some of the Dark Masters. Like, I had a Piedmon who genuinely had no evil plans or anything. He just wanted to be a circus clown. I thought that was pretty neat. Sure, he was a villain in the Adventure series, but that doesn't mean he has to be a villain here. And I'm just turning off encounters entirely in this area because, well, enemies here are too low to be of much value for honest experience or money-wise, that is. Now let's go ahead and turn in the case. There we are, Billionaire USB. Thank you for your hard work, as always. Now we can only hope that seedling you saved blossoms into a big star movie down the line. I heard there's a party in Kowloon. Oh, I guess I need to head over to Kowloon to see what's going on there. Level 1, let me guess, at the park area. Sure, let's go to Eden. Now I've got some work to do early next week, so I might not be able to stream as much as I was hoping. And I still do want to do more of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, since the tournament's still going on and I'm actually doing rather well. I'm at rank 22 out of 25 total, and when you get to rank max, there's a nice reward, so fingers crossed I can make it there. But unfortunately, I might not be able to stream anything. We'll see how it... I guess we'll see how it goes there. Yeah, like I said, the fun of streaming is life has to take priority and all that. I got a lot of... Ooh! Oh, it's Biomon! I hear there's gonna be a big festival for us Digimon! Actually, I don't know what a festival is, but I'm sure it sounds fun, whatever it is. Ding. Hey, it's me. We have a new case I think you'll love. As for the details, well, come back and we'll talk. Some luck? Oh, thank you. Yeah, rest assured, I'm definitely gonna be finishing this next week. I just want to make sure it's going... I just need to make sure I don't have real life getting in the way there. Since I don't work at the call center anymore, I don't get as much free time to watch Tokusatsu anymore, disappointingly, so I have to keep up through other means. Most people miss this one. Oh, really? Well, I guess it would make sense, because nothing really tells you, hey, let's go back to Kowloon 1. I forgot existed. Oh. Well, we'll take a look. Yeah, a lot. I have noticed some of the quests require going to specific areas, because to unlock, sometimes you get clued in, like Kyoko here, suggesting why not you go here to see if a new case crops up, but she doesn't do that for all of them, so it's pretty easy to miss some, I've noticed. I guess to explore... Oh, here we are. Nakano Digimon Festival. I'm planning an event for the Digimon. Let's make it more exciting. Help me. Tactician USB. Thick accent. Gage, great to see you. Oh, hey, it's that Tentamon with the accent. My name's Tentamon. Can't tell you how grateful I am to be having you help me out, really. I'll spare the formalities to get this chase. See, I'm putting together a big shindig, you might say. Calling it the Digimon Festival, Digifest for short. And I want the one and only Gage as the guest of honor. That's why I filed the case with you. With your help, I know the festival will be a huge success. What do you say, in or you out? Don't tell me you don't know. You're a celebrity amongst Digimon. Nice to us, you talk with us, you even help us when we're in a bind. Doesn't help you hang tight with the Royal Knights either. Basically, you just happen to be a real good detective we can count on to solve our problems. Your reputation ain't nothing to sneeze at either. Well, I suppose I have defeated a few Royal Knights in my time. So having someone like yourself at the festival's bound to help make it feel as big as important as it should. You're an important piece of the puzzle. I just figure the festival could be a good way for us Digimon to relax a while and not worry about eaters or humans for once. It's amazing the sheer variety of clients we track these days. Taking on this case can only mean more exposure, and by extension more clients. So I say we better take up Tentamon on the off it, and see where it takes us. Awesome, that's decided. I can't thank you enough for doing this. I'll meet you over at Ueno Museum once you're ready to get started. Is it gonna just teleport me in here? Oh, nice. Whoa, it's Detective Goggles. I've heard so much about you. I'm excited. You're gonna fight with us today, right? Hey, Gage. Glad to see you made it in one piece. Algier, that's officially begun. Our first event will be the Digimon Battle Royale. Yay, woo! Better read it, because I'm not gonna lose. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I should probably explain what's going on here, yeah. When I heard how you took on Hackmon under your wing and helped him digivolve, he became a dyed-in-the-wool Royal Knight. All of us really admire and look up to the Royal Knights. Once we heard rumors about Hackmon, everyone wants to battle you. I want to train with Detective Goggles so we can be Royal Knights one day too. Knowing that, I thought it'd be fun to set up an attraction where you go and challenging a bunch. You play along, right? You will, I knew you would. This makes me so happy. You'll definitely make everyone's day. Without further ado, let's get the Royal Runbin. Heading over to meet your fearsome challengers. If you need to be patched up and healed, come on over and ask. I'll fix you up in a jiffy. Maybe if I grow up and become super strong, I can go back home to the digital world. When we fight, I'm gonna win Digivolve. I know it. Impossible is a word in my dictionary, except for now, but otherwise you know. Oops, I forgot to switch my team on. Oh well. As we can see, I'm a little like me. I didn't sign up for this. Where the girls at? Well, I guess we do have Dianamon. I'm surprised the encounters are still going on here, so just attack him. Critical. Good night, moon time. I'm just gonna turn off the random encounters, I guess. Alright, let's turn off all encounters that are not tied to this, shall we? There are a lot of rumors about how strong you are, so you better not disappoint me. Come on, hurry, we can fight already. Battling's fun, but couldn't we have singing classes instead? Oh, what Digimon I'll be once I Digivolve. Well, you have a few options. Modi. Achoo, best... Blah, I think I got a cold. Maybe I shouldn't fight today. Hey, hurry up and get over your cold already. Whoa, it's Detective Goggles. I can't believe you're here. I guess up here is where they are. Dark times have fallen on the digital world. Our hero sets upon Ueno, a land in ruin, led by the terrible Dark Lord. Oh, don't mind the narration. Everyone just loves a good story except fights. It's meant to be a fantasy story or something. Anyways, consumed by evil powers, the band of dark Digivolve Digimon ambush Unlucky Cage. We challenge you to a fight. Yes, a fight with a terrifying trio. 2. Wait, hold on. Phew, I made it. That makes us 3, the terrifying trio. I'm Devil Quagamon. I'm Evil Bakemon. I'm Dark Patamon. You just laughed, didn't you? I might still be a rookie who can't seem to Digivolve, but that changes here. I'll beat you and finally Digivolve. You see? These guys don't seem too threatening, at least. I should probably switch Dianamon with something else. Nah, she'll be fine. Weak to electricity, which I don't have, so good night, Moon. Gale Storm. First shot. Was Rena hard? I got obliterated in 3 turns. I'm gonna go ahead and declare that fight a bit out of the scope of what I'm going to be doing on stream. If I do it, it'll probably be on my own because I don't want to do too much grinding. Last time when I did some on-stream grinding to get Dynasmon done, I felt that was bringing the whole thing down for everyone. So I kind of want to avoid that next time if I can. Good night, Moon. Like I said, the fact that some of the fights can get a bit grindy is really the only major complaint I have about the game. Let's switch Diana out to someone else. Ho-Omon's pretty good for AoE, so let's go with him. I will say, according to some runouts, Demon Lord's actually harder than the final boss. I believe it. Actually, I think he mentioned that Eater Adam back there was probably considered the hardest fight in the entire game, so I think the fact I beat him makes me feel ready for the final boss. I'll probably do more of this game for sure, but it'll probably, for this particular the save file, but it'll be off stream because I don't want to bog it down with all the grinding and such. I guess this might still be worth it actually, since he's weak to fire. And Woken Up Home 3 is most definitely good for anti. Oh, come on, really? Barely survived. Crescent Leap. X-Bros Chain Attack. Wow, I still can't Digivolve. Why is it so hard? No one else has a problem. Oh, worry not about your loss today, fair Digimon. Why look, Princess Digimon has graciously come to comfort the forlorn, dark Patamon. In your darkest hour, you mustn't give up hope, for unwavering heart is the most noble thing there is. Yes, Your Majesty, you're completely right. I was wrong. One day I'll vow to become proud of a strong Anjamon who can make you proud. Remember, Rooftop is the best grinding spot this time around. I remember. That's probably where I'm going to be sticking with it when it comes to training a few other Digimon. Ooh. Speaking of which, Ho-Omon's probably going to be reaching level 99 soon. I guess I could de-Digivolve them into Garudamon, since it seems like Garudamon can actually become one of the Royal Knights. But that might take a bit of time, and I do want to get the story done. Both because I do like the story and want to see how it ends, and also because I'm curious to see how Hacker's Memory goes. Because my understanding is that it does go parallel to this story, but you have to do this story first, or else Hacker's Memory will basically completely spoil it. So that's why I made sure to do this one first. Cage, I thank thee. Were it not for your bravery, that Digimon way have lost his way forever. Hey, what am I doing? How am I doing? I make a great princess, don't you say? If I were in charge, no matter how bad things would get, I'd make all right and beautiful in a flash. Flowers would bloom all over. Okay. Anyway, Tantamon invited me here today, me too, as you noticed. He told me he was putting on an event where the other Digimon could have fun and wanted me to help out. How could I not? It's the rebel way to bust out butts and make everyone smile. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing here too. But enough talk, time to get back on script. Yes. Dearest hero, I implore you, continue onward, go forth and bring peace to the land of Ueno. Unless you guys come back and fight the Demon Lord and Royal Knights once you beat both games. True. Especially since I think you mentioned once you beat both of them, you can start transferring Digimon between the two, and that's really nice for doing some EX battles. Better do what she says and keep going. It's so safe back here. Use a kickback. Is that a good thing? We have dangerous battles ahead of us, so make sure you train. Can I make this all finally? I feel like I've tried everything. The Digifest is a huge success thanks to you. Keep it up, there's still a lot to go through. Might as well. Free healing, might as well, right? I lost, I'm such a loser. You're really strong back there, Detective Goggles. Ow. Oh yeah, that's Leomon back there. A regular one, it's not Bancho Leomon. The Digifest is a huge success, thank you. There's a lot to show. I'm gonna be watching your fights closely, Detective. It's important research for me to learn how to Digivolve. You're gonna be fighting even stronger Digimon. I'm curious to see who will win. Ah, I haven't had this much fun forever. Ah, Princess Digimoon. Please, someone help. This foul beast is gonna eat me. So you've come, Cage. I'm Leomon, one of the 4 Heavenly Kings. I'll take my revenge for Bancho Leomon, who you and Hackmon slew. Wait, you should still be alive. Where are the other 2 kings? Oh, I have no such time for idiotic questions. Our hero Leomon too has his heart tainted by the power of darkness. You must save me before it's too late. Hereby challenge you to a duel. If you wish to, princesses, or just use 3. No, that's okay. Hey, what's a big idea? This might be some boring job to you, but at least you're getting paid. I volunteered for free. I'm really mad. Go teach him a lesson. Do get the memo and have a good friend. Hostages aren't supposed to. Shut up. I accidentally clicked too quickly for that one, but I probably would have done that anyways just for the meme response. Back in the day on the PS4 to get the Royal Knights, you would have had to fight them in order to access evolution. This time you no longer have to do that. Oh, that's interesting. That makes sense. If the silhouette with Garudamon is correct, I probably could have gotten... I'm not sure who. Crusadermon, maybe? Yeah, but it makes sense. I mean, even in Shin Megami Tensei games, you typically have to defeat the big boss demon to unlock being able to create it for yourself. Although some games let you eventually get upgrades to get around that. That's usually... So, I guess that's been something they've been messing with about in recent games. I wonder how they'll handle it in SMT5. I don't care about that. If you don't want to hear from Omnimon, you better go kick some serious ass. Wow, where'd the nice princess who wanted to protect her Digimon go? Could the power of darkness corrupt even human hearts? Well, it's settled. We must fight this... so this malevolence might be purged from our hearts. Okay. I should probably swap Dark... Let's get more of these guys out. He's Earth. I don't have a wind type. Or at least not a wind type that's not also virus and therefore weak to him. That's where Hacker's Memory steps in. That's where some gameplay mechanics are from Hacker's Memory. Oh, that's interesting. Nightmare 3. Yes to the Beast King. Good night, Moon. It sounds like it's nice that they decided to make the updated re-release just include both games as well as the quality of life upgrades. I always like when they do something like that. So for a pair of games like that, Mach Rush 3. That was pretty easy. Then again, Dianamon is probably my strongest single target attacker. So, ooh, nice. What happened to me? Your mind was under a truly wicked spell, though it has now been free of it. Princess Hero, I must still be here now thanks to your help. I thank you. Leomon, you wretched creature, I grow tired of your incompetence. It appears I must intervene myself. And I shall start with this impudent girl. Princess, look out! Damn it, they just couldn't resist killing Leomon again, could they? You saved me! This is really fake. Oh, no, Leomon! Who dared do something this terrible? It is but merely fit again for a worthless minion. It is gluttonous Beelzemon. Leomon is dead again. Yeah, Leomon, the Gwen Stacy of the Digimon universe. Yes, it is I, gluttonous Beelzemon. I don't think I'm cut for this role. I'm real sorry about that. If I had a bigger budget, I'd have hired the real thing. Oh, you're fine. Don't sweat it, Yuko. You squint hard enough, you can totally pass. Look at you. You're totally a bad girl. Yep, and your hair and clothes practically match. Simba, no. This is as good as the Lancer Hergajinde meme. Oh, yeah, poor Kukulin. Well, at least Kukulin can rest assured his other universe counterparts are doing a lot better. Come on, don't quit now. If you stay, I'll promise we'll get ramen for a nice quiet place. Cage, you've done well coming this way. Allow me to take Princess Digimoon off your hands now. No, stay away from me. The monsters left before you are unlike any met before. I present to you the 5 Digimon Shoguns, each a living hell nightmare. Speaking of Carnival Phantasm. Wow, you were being really literal when they said they were nightmarish. I'm impressed. Have you watched the second episode of Fate Grand Carnival? I have not, unfortunately. I need to get back to that. Your exalted journey as hero ends here. Farewell, noble hero. It's time you learned your place on last. Numemon, Black King Numemon, Shell Numemon. Well, these guys are viruses, so it might do me well to swap out for some more. You know, let's go with Hysteriumon just for fun. I have to pick. Mega Gargomon may not be my strongest Digimon, but he's really good at clearing out crowds like this. See? Idle Bubble. Venom Trap him. Texture Blow. Status Barrier, what do you say? Multi-Recovery DX. Let's just go with regular multi-recovery. This fight's gonna be easy no matter what because Ho'omon can nuke them all, so... Oh, of course. He has sleep on his basic attack. Toss! Did we enter the Dr. Slump universe when I wasn't looking? Status Barrier. I wonder how many have actually remembered Dr. Slump anymore. Oh well. I should probably just use... Yeah, multi-recovery's fine. Asleep. First shot. Yeah, Ho'omon and Mega Gargomon will absolutely clear out a crowd really easily. As long as they aren't Datas, of course. Idle Bubble. Oh yeah, this reminds me I need to do Lost Belt 4. It shouldn't be too bad, honestly. Yeah, sure. Legendary Dragon Blade. That was easy. You enjoy the episode when you watch it? I imagine so. I did like... Carnival Phantasm is a fun time in general. You're no ordinary hero who could slay us, but know this, you haven't met the strongest of the Digimon Shoguns. You'll fall to their might yet. Shining Laser. Grand Rock. Okay, these guys actually have pretty good stats. I need to be careful. All foes. Platinum Numemon and Golden Numemon. Look at all that bling. Wait, why am I guarding? Destruction Cannon. You know what, let's go ahead and do this one. Ooh, not bad. Golden Rush. That Digimon on the left gives you more experience. I'll have to keep that in mind. But I'm gonna nuke both of them, so... Digimon on the right gives more money. Makes sense. Oh no, attack down on a spellcaster. However, will I deal with this? Legendary Dragon Blade. Yeah, that's a really good damage. I should probably stick to that, shouldn't I? Oh dear. Platinum Junk. That sounds like it could be interpreted in many, many bad ways. Alright, status barrier. We're gonna have to keep everyone cleansed of status, clear of status effects. Mental break field. Critical. First shot. Attack. Status barrier. Gold Rush. Well, I already have plenty of medical sprays and everyone's running low on MP, so let's do this. Platinum Jump. Spell Explosion. Texture Blow. Blocked. Multi-recovery. There we are. Starlight Explosion. Alright, this should finish Platinum Numemon. Legendary Dragon Blade. Yep, took him out. Holy Light 3. Nightmare 3. Critical. Got him. Excellent. How could all 5 Digimon Shoguns fail to a mere human? Don't think the worst is over. The nightmare's only just begun. Indeed, all 5 are the 7 heroes. Us 5 are the 7 heroes, and above them are the 10 fighters. Further still, the 12 divas of the Olympus, and beyond them. Hey, where are you going? You still have to rescue me, remember? Okay, we're not done here. Hold on. Let's play tag now. No, let's play hide and seek. Hey, maybe I can tag him. I'll digivolve. It's worth a shot. You know what? I'm hungry. Oh, once they finally caught you, they made you keep fighting until you beat the so-called Dark Lord, right? And the festival also had other things like trivia and eating contests. Wow, that sounds like a good time. It must have been lively. I bet you made the Digimon there very happy, and I bet it's done wonders for your mood as well, too. Oh, were you picked to be the hero rather than Nokia? Why were you picked the hero? I don't know. Beats me, even I can't know for sure. You know, there's an old quote I heard once sums up well. Something like every hero needs a pair of goggles. It's a universal truth. Good job with that case. I know it's definitely skewed a bit more to the weird side of things, but sometimes it's good to go off the beaten track. Go ahead and heal up then. Digimon game is poking their own protags. The anime adaptations too. Even when looking at them all at a glance, I've noticed quite a few of them have goggles, spiky hair, and are described as hot-blooded. I guess it's like how Fire Emblem has that obsession with blue-haired protagonists. Which is nice when each game is self-contained like that, so you don't have to worry about the others, but when they all come together like in Smash Bros, you can kind of see why that's a bit of an issue. The call-outs. You know what, let's bring Pixie back to Repomon. Repomon wants cheat. Alright, this is what I want, so I'll do that one, but for now, let's see here. Mega Gigadramon. Most protagonists have a dinosaur for a partner. Well, I guess since Agumon's basically the Pikachu of Digimon, it makes sense there'd be other wannabe Agumons. I did quite like Vmon, if I remember right. Let's see, Woodmon. Ooh, do I want to go the mysterious one or Cherrymon? Black King Numemon. I need level 32 for that, so I'll have to wait. Lilamon. Oh my, can't do anything there, can I? Diaburrow. ABI 100 acquired. Oh my, that is quite a bit of... Once again, this is another Digimon that requires way more ABI than I'm... Let me guess, this is another final boss from the series? I'd wager that, given that ABI requirement and level 70 or higher. They really want you to earn those final bosses, don't they? Koromon. Oh my, I need to bring these guys to the party, I guess. Yeah, I will. Lopamon. Salamon. From 02, The Revenge of Diaboromon, Armageddonmon. Ah. Alright, now, what do these guys need again? 50%. Alright, both these just need 10%. Okay. So Tokomon needs 50, but the rest need 10. Friendship. Alright, Tokomon. Oh. Oh, that's 25%. He needs 2 of those. Whoops. ABI of 80 just to reach a... Seriously? An ABI of 80 just to reach a rookie level? Weird. Sistermon blank. If this is the most... Well, this is definitely one of the more blatant waifu appeal Digimon. Divine Pierce. Magic attack. Yeah, she's still a rookie. What did she Digivolve into? One of the new Mons. Amusing. That is Lucemon. The 80 ABI one. Okay, Sistermon comes from the hacker memory. I see. Oh, interesting. So Lucemon... Isn't Lucemon a Mega? So it goes straight from in training to Mega. Wow. Now, do I want this guy or this guy? While I'm thinking about that, let's make a Gomamon. Dracomon, Baby Breath. Digimon actually has various forms to it. Interesting. Start Rookie, Ultimate, and then Ultra. Wait, so it skips Champion and Mega entirely? Wow. I might have to make that one on my own time, because the 80 ABI requirement and likely even higher requirements of the layer ones means I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon on this file, but I'll definitely have to keep that in mind then. Rookie, Neptune, Sakuya, Dianamon, Numemon, Monzemon. Ooh, can't become this one. Whoops. What can Dracomon become? Some interesting things, actually, it seems. Nice. Well, first of all, set this one to develop. It's one of those Digimon that's extremely difficult to get. You might need some of the fruit to help you with that one. If I do end up making it, I might actually try in Hacker's Memory, since assuming the Digimon lines are the same in Hacker's Memory, I might go in with with some specific Digimon I want to create in mind. Because for this playthrough, I wanted to largely stick to ones that look good and see which ones end up on my team naturally. That's why I've got some surprises. It's a recent, both at the start and recently. But with Hacker's Memory, I do feel like I can experiment a bit, make some specific goals. But for now, I guess this would be a good time to call the stream. Next time, we're going to be going to the digital world and doing the final dungeon and final boss. But like I said, I'm going to be busy through next week, so it might be delayed a bit, and there might be a Yu-Gi-Oh! One in between. So fingers crossed that things work out. Alright, well, until next time, thank you for watching. Oh, yeah, I should put this together. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. I save my VODs for as long as Twitch allows, so if you ever need them, they'll be there. Alright. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.